Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So let's get this party started. Let's get it crack-a-lack. And let's talk about Wendy Williams and Karen Huger from Real Housewives of Potomac. It went down. Wendy Williams said that Karen is her favorite Potomac housewife. I was like, okay, but it didn't seem like that in the interview. I was like, what's going on? Wendy Williams was like, oh my God, we can be friends, Karen. Like, I really need a friend. So you can see that Wendy Williams is reaching out for friends because, you got Black China. So it is what it is. But the interview went crazy. I was just like, what's really going on? And so, Wendy Williams is talking to Karen, and then she goes, you know what, forget your money troubles, the shade with that one. And then she goes, have you ever had a facelift? I was like, oh my goodness, Wendy, why do you ask this woman that's of age, has she ever had a facelift? But I know you asked Black China if she had work done, and I know you had work done too, Wendy, but damn. And so Karen was like, no, I ain't never had a facelift. I've never had a facelift. I don't got nothing against it. And Wendy was like, have you had injections? And she was like, yeah, I had injections. I do like injections. And then Wendy goes, injections are liquid face. I was like, damn, Wendy, why you shading her like that? I was like, OMG. Do you guys think Karen had work done? Do you think she had plastic surgery? Do you think she had a facelift? What is going on? I was like, Wendy, why did you say liquid face? I was like, OMG. And then Wendy turned around and said, you don't look nothing like Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mother. I was like, OMG. Now you going there. But she said on TV you do. And Karen was like, I look good or whatever. People say I do look like Tina Knowles, but on TV, but not in person. And the reason why I look so good is because I got good genes. I just went through some tragedy. I lost my mother and my father. And then on top of that, I eat right. And I got this blonde wig. I got this blonde hair. This is my blonde color. I was like, damn. But at least Karen was snapping back like she was answering the questions. And she didn't make it seem like she was sweating. But Wendy said, liquid face. Let's talk about your money troubles. Have you ever had a facelift? I was just like, OMG, Wendy. Wendy, why you go all the way there with Karen? And then Wendy turned around and said, well, Gizelle said that I don't know if you're going to recognize, Karen with her new face. I was like, you have to throw that in too, Wendy. I was like, OMG. Like, this is the shade of it all with this interview. I was just like, oh my goodness. I was like, Wendy really went there. I was just like, mm-mm-mm. And so then we talk about the situation with, like, you didn't know about your husband's taxes. You didn't know nothing. Cameron was like, I had no idea we was having money problems. We don't even have a checking account together. I didn't even know, ain't you empty nesters? That's what Wendy Williams asked. I was like, OMG. She was like, well, we got a daughter's going through college or whatever. But she was like, don't he still owe money? She was like, no, everything's settled. Everything's all set. And she was like, I thought it was millions, millions. I was like, OMG. And Wendy set like Karen up, especially with the black Bill Gates, and I was just like, OMG, what is going on? And then Wendy was like, I heard you moved out of your house in the middle of the night. And Karen was like, no, I didn't. I was out of the country. Wendy was like, what do you mean you was out of the country? You ain't got no money. I was just like, oh, why did you go there, Wendy? This is so messed up. And then Karen was like, I got my own money. I was like, Wendy, you are way too much. And then Wendy was like, how far is it to get to, Maryland? Karen was like 5 hours, blase in a third. And so then Karen was like, we can chill together. We can hang out. We can go shopping. And Wendy was like, what do you mean go shopping? We can't go shopping. We cannot go shopping because you don't got no money. I was just like, oh, Wendy, you really went there, Wendy. Wendy. Oh, I just couldn't believe that. I was just like, OMG. So Karen was sitting in the hot seat, baby. This was the hot seat. Karen was like, I got my own money. My mother told me, always have money, always be independent. And Karen was like, I got my money, you got your money, we got money. I thought Karen was going to say my mother left me some money or whatever. But we know Karen has her perfume and Bloomingdale's. And Karen is 56 years old and Cynthia Bailey's only 52. There's a big difference. So I was just like, what is really going on? And Wendy was like, you don't got no money. Then Wendy was like, didn't you move out your house in the middle of the night? She was like, no, I was in another country. I was like, she was like, you don't got no money. I was just like, OMG. I ain't counting nobody pockets, but damn. And then Wendy was like, are you still living in that mansion? And Karen was like, I lived in several mansions. I was like, Karen, you know, Karen's doing her best in this interview because Wendy's asking the tough questions and she's throwing out insults, in my opinion. A little bit of insults, but they're not really insults if they're actually questions that people want to know. And actually, if Wendy got the lowdown from, you know, Gizelle when she was on the day before. So I was like, OMG. And she was like, well, and then Karen was like, well, Gizelle never lived in a mansion. I was like, the shade of this interview, the shade of it all. Wendy Williams went there and came back, girl, but Karen was hanging on for dear life. She was not going to let you see her sweat, baby. Karen did look pretty. I did like her bra. Her bra was kind of showing doing her dress, but she looked good. I was just like, this is just way too much. Peace, I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. What did you guys think about this interview? This interview was hilarious. I was clutching my pearls and everything. I was like, no, Wendy, the shots that was been taken. But Wendy was just doing her job. So what do you guys think? Peace, I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep squad.